Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Bounce Back, a really cute manga graphic novel published by Feiwel and Friends and done by Misako Rocks. So the story is about this girl named Lilico, Japanese girl who winds up moving to the United States with her parents. She was the captain of her basketball team. Her basketball team was really, really good. She goes to this new country where she doesn't know anyone. She barely knows the language. She has to figure out how to fit in. And she meets some friends. She meets Nela and Henry, who are two anime manga-loving kids who befriend Lilico. And then Lilico gets some encouragement in a guardian, spirit animal. Her cat winds up being infused with like the spirit guardian of hers and giving her advice. Yeah, magical manga with a girl who's trying to, fit in a new place. It's kind of the basic of the story. So will Lilico join the basketball team and make friends? She's tormented by the mean captain of the basketball team. She's picked on. She's feels out of place. And it's a pretty solid manga. Like I like it. It feels it works. Like it's I don't want to say a westernized manga, but it really is a kind of that popular graphic novel genre that's out of this kind of like slice of life telling stories about kids trying to fit in, find their place in the world. But this is all done in a manga style. And then Misako Rocks is actually from Japan, moved to the United States, so I'm sure a lot of her experience is infused into this graphic novel and part of the story. I like it. I really, really like it. I do feel a little weird having the anime manga kids kind of glom onto Lilico. That feels a little kind of fetishy in a weird way. But they're not mean about it. These aren't kids who are like taking advantage of her. It's just how they connect with her, and they've got something to connect over and become friends over. And that's just the gist of it. But at times it's a little weird. It's kind of odd. Made me just a little uncomfortable. But they're kids and innocent, and they're not thinking anything of malice when it comes to that. But it's a pretty solid graphic novel and manga, and partially is because it does keep you on your toes. Like you're not 100% sure if Lilico is going to become friends, if the people she becomes friends with aren't taking advantage of her, don't have some malice behind their actions. So the story actually keeps you guessing for quite a while, and I think in that way it's done really, really well. And overall, like it's just that heartwarming, cute, smiley story. Like you gotta just appreciate and read those type of stories every so often and get, just float away with them and just get that happy feel. It's that cheesy Karate Kid, swift kick, yeah, he won feeling of like, yeah, this is pretty awesome. And honestly, I kind of got that same feeling from this. Like it's just something that's positive and cute and nice, and all the meanness is overcome, and it's not unpredictable. Like it's very, very predictable in that sense, but it's really enjoyable, and there's just ever so often you need that goodness in your life, to just something to read and escape into, and I think this is a solid graphic novel when it comes to that. Age wise, like as a 42-year-old guy, I enjoyed it, so take it with what it's worth as far as like who would enjoy it. I'm thinking like maybe teenagers would probably like it, like 13, 14-ish, somewhere around there. Those kids are trying to find their place in the world, like maybe that around that age. I don't know. I'm not great at placing the age of who things are appropriate, but that would be my guess. I would say probably like preteen, tween, somewhere around there, whatever those around that time period. Let's show off some of the art. I like the art. So the art is very good, very cool manga style. Misako Rocks teaches manga drawing classes, and for a living. So not too shocking that it's got a really solid manga grasp to it. I think the thing that really stands out to me as well, and that why I partially call this like a westernized version of manga, is there's not that kind of that over the top action that you might see in other manga. Like there's not that like, hey, we're gonna pause and do crazy stuff. Like here's an example of her playing basketball, and some manga, you'd get that, like, the action lines and all that. It's not present here. That's not this style. And I don't think it would actually fit well with this. Like, I would say this has much more in common with, as I said, the genre of, like, teenage kids finding their places, stories, and Western graphic novels, but it just has a manga style to it, to the characters. I like it. I really did enjoy this, and I think this is pretty solid stuff. So, out this week from in comic shops, you can go get it. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code to help comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We'll have some links as well. There'll be affiliate links, so we get a small percentage by doing that. You'll support our site, so thank you. I want to thank Feiwel and Friends for hooking us up with a review copy, and of course, thank you all for watching. If you're into graphic novels, if you're into manga, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.